Two key words to remember: position, versatility. Let's get it cracking. Yo, 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 no maniacs, super no maniacs, and all in between. Welcome to another edition of Feed the Bears. Let's get right on into it, man. No holding back on this one. Again, you get one of these players, Dayo Odeyingbo, and two key words to remember, like I said in the intro, is position versatility. It's something I've been harping on the entire offseason since I known that Dennis Allen was the new defensive coordinator. That's a feature of anybody along his defensive line. Position versatility is the key. The guys, there's very few guys that's going to play in Dennis Allen's front four that won't be position versatile. There's the occasional nose tackle that really is just not a whole lot you can do other than nose tackle. That guy, you would like for him to slide over a bit to play a little bit different technique, maybe three technique if he's athletic enough to do it. But for sure, the defensive ends are versatile enough in every formation of his defense that I've seen since his existence as a coach. The defensive ends and the defensive tackles are interchangeable pretty much all throughout the whole thing. And so this video about Dayo is interesting because on further inspection, after looking at his film a whole lot, it took me a couple of days to get to this one. Should have got to it probably 24 hours ago, but stuff gets in the way. But let me tell you what I found out. And by now, you've probably seen quite a bit of tape on him, whether it's highlights or you went to inspect the whole tape. Doesn't really matter to me. I'm gonna give you guys what I saw. And so to me, on the surface, it appears as though we just, basically signed a new defensive end. We did. He's going to play some defensive end. And he's going to play plenty of it. But I think, looking at the film, that it was pretty clear and obvious to me where his best work came from. Now, he got production coming off the edge and doing that thing. But I'm telling you, on film, it appeared to me that this football player is more effective from the inside. He had a specific, height, length, just a weight advantage, man. He's quicker than the guards and the centers. And it was obvious that Indianapolis discovered that, and they played him there more and more and more. I'm almost certain, guys, that is the reason why Dayo Odeyingbo is on this team, because Dennis Allen's looking at the exact same thing. And so what am I saying here? Yes, his tape is better from the interior, from a D tackle spot than an edge. Will he play more one than the other? I got a feeling when the paint dries, that we'll probably see more interior tackle work from Dayo Odeyingbo. I think why get away from what he does best? If I'm Dennis Allen, I'm going to put him on the edge and give him, edge reps. But most of the dynamic stuff that I can do with this guy is probably going to be from the interior. And so what does that mean? Number one, it means it's going to put the squeeze on Zach Pickens. It's going to put the squeeze on him in a pretty quick way. And I'm one of those people that's not really out the door on Zach Pickens. I think this guy, and I always believed he had the talent to do this thing and doing it at a high level. It's about, now that the pressure is on, how often can you get it done? Can you be consistent about it? Can some of the flashes start stringing together and you start seeing more and more of it? I think they can. Why? Is because he won't have to necessarily worry about playing nose tackle. I don't think, while Dennis Allen is here. I think that was the last couple of years was just bad in terms of production from Zach Pickens because of that. And I think situationally he just found himself there because of the way they constructed the roster the last couple of years. They just didn't do due diligence to make sure that we had real nose tackles to back up Andrew Billings. I thought that was a flaw. But back to Dayo, I think his presence and the way that he can rush the passer and hold down in the run game at the interior tackle, that's gonna, probably put them in a situation where Zach Pickens, unless he just has this crazy training camp and just really starts wowing his coach, he's gonna get squeezed out of the lineup. He's gonna get squeezed out of the rotation. It's a possibility he won't make this team, but I seriously doubt that. But it's a possibility. Like when I think about Zach Pickens, I just look at film and I'm just like, holy crap, this dude's got a lot on the bone. There's a lot of meat on the bone with him. It's a lot of meat on the bone. But for sure, he is going to be tested this offseason. And I'm glad we got Grady Jarrett, because if there's somebody that can really model, the kind of football players you want your D tackles to be, I think Zach Pickens is going to hopefully some of that grit and toughness and determination that Grady Jarrett plays with rubs off on Zach Pickens. It's almost contagious the way he is, the way Grady Jarrett is. It's almost contagious. It's almost like you cannot not have some of that rub off on you. And so I'm looking forward to it. But for sure, let me tell you, for sure, when I looked at the film, became really clear that Dayo is more effective from the interior. Not to say that he won't be effective as an edge. He will be, and he will give you that production. But I'm telling you, the star of his film was his interior work. And so I don't think Dennis Allen's going to move too far away from that. If he's doing something really good, why mess it up? Why try to make it? So here's one other thing I would say. I think there's another edge rusher waiting to be put on this team, maybe one or two of them. For sure, I think we're going to draft a certain kind of edge rusher in the draft. Now, I don't think it's going to get too far away from the standard, traits and size of the edge rusher. I think it'll be, your Michael Williams type body, a 6'5", 265, somewhere in that neighborhood. There's a lot of those guys in there, that he can pick from. There's quite a few of those with those traits and body types that are there. I do think there's another edge rusher about to get added to the team, and it's just going to make the rotation more and more deadly. You still have Austin Booker and those guys that need to get in rotation. This player right here is going to give Dennis Allen so many ways to really flex his front around. I mean, it's going to be fun to watch. This defensive front is going to be not only big, but it's going to be aggressive. And so I'm really, really looking forward to it. I just had to stop in here real quick to let you know what I saw on film about Dayo Odeyingbo, man. To me, he's more interior tackle than he is edge rusher, but he will play both roles, and I think he'll play both pretty well. And that's what I got for that one, man. You guys go check him out on tape. Let me know in the comment section after you look at it a little bit and see if what I said matches up with what you saw, and leave a comment, man. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel and you like this daily content and you want to see us keep cranking it out. Just hit the subscribe, and we will really, really appreciate your help. And so I'm out of here. I'm going to leave you guys with these famous words. If you can think it and you can see it, there's no reason in the world why you cannot absolutely manifest it. Do not, and I repeat, do not be a prisoner of your own mind. But with that being said, I am out.